Hello, and welcome to the Jefferson Educational Society Live Facebook feed. My name is Penny Meckley Porter. I am a psychotherapist / mental health counselor here in Erie, PA. And I practice these mindfulness and meditation techniques with my clients all the time, actually. And that's why I've decided to teach them here, and the Jefferson invited me to teach them here. And basically, the reason I teach these techniques is because there is lots of research to prove that they're helpful to people. So today I wanted to spend some time on some different breathing techniques. I mean, we all already know how to breathe, but there are different techniques that can be really helpful to people. And I thought I'd try 3 different kinds today. And that way you can be seeing if any of them kind of resonate with you. Because finding something that resonates with you can be a great thing, because these breathing techniques have been shown to, so the research supports that they can lower stress, they can reduce heart rate, they can reduce blood pressure, they can help people sleep better. Some research shows that they can be helpful with migraines. They can be helpful with tolerating pain in the body. So they really can be helpful for so many different reasons. The 3 techniques I'll teach you today, they all say they're helpful for those things, but each one is a little bit unique also. Some of them talk about being able to manage cravings, like help you to manage cravings if you struggle with food cravings or other cravings. So let's get started. And one of them I've already taught before, that's the diaphragmatic breathing. And then the others are 2 other breathing techniques. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the diaphragmatic breathing. Oops, I forgot to start my timer. There we go. I'm going to start with the diaphragmatic breathing. It's also known as belly breathing or abdominal breathing. So before we start, abdominal breathing is helpful because oftentimes we end up breathing kind of in a shallow fashion. Like if you ask a little kid how to do deep breathing, they might go like this, like that. Well, that's not actually deep breathing. It's actually shallow breathing because it's just in the top of the lungs. And the lungs, they come down farther. And when we breathe all the way deep into the lungs, then it's considered deep breathing. When babies are born, they do the deep breathing, but somehow in life we seem to get away from the deep breathing. So we're going to practice it. It's called diaphragmatic breathing because the diaphragm is right in there below the lungs. You can't see me, but my hands are down a little bit. The diaphragm is in there right below the lungs. It's a muscle, and it's shaped apparently like this, like, cut around. And when the diaphragm goes down like that, it makes more room in your lungs, and that's when you're breathing in. So actually the diaphragm goes like this for the inhale, and this for the exhale. Inhale, exhale. And so what does that matter to us? Basically, to encourage the diaphragm to go down further, what we do is we expand the belly with the in-breath. And that's what we're going to be practicing. We're going to have you expanding your belly with the in-breath, therefore pulling the diaphragm down further and therefore opening the lungs up more. So in order to get started, if you could put one hand on your chest and the other hand on your belly. Sitting comfortably, always start with a seated position, sitting comfortably or laying down actually. One hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. I'd like you to notice your normal breath. Quite likely your upper hand moves more, possibly both hands move. But with the diaphragmatic breathing, we're really going to try to get the lower hand to move more. So let's start with an inhale into the belly. Exhale out of the belly. So I'm going to move this hand with my belly, okay? Next time you take an inhale, get ready. We're going to inhale, the belly's going to expand. Exhale, the belly contracts. Inhale, the belly expands. Exhale, the belly contracts. At your own pace, With each inhale, the belly expands. With each exhale, the belly contracts. A couple more breaths, always expanding the belly on the inhale. Contracting the belly on the exhale. Expand a little bit farther than usual. And contract a little farther than usual. And then let's just take a break. Just go right back to your normal breath. Notice how that was for you. If you found yourself short of breath or frustrated, it could be that you need to practice a little bit more. If you choose to practice a little bit more, you don't have to. But if you're out of breath, that's actually okay. It's not something that's alarming. You can always just go back to your regular breath. So if you feel like you're out of breath or breathing too fast or too slow, it's okay. You can just go back to your normal breath, right? So it's a safe thing to be doing. Let's try that again. Upper hand, I'm going to scoot back a little bit. Let's see if you can see me a little bit more. My belly. There we go. Should have done that in the first place. One hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. At your own pace, we're going to inhale, belly expands. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Again, inhale, expand. Exhale. And one more. Inhale, expand. Exhale. And then back to your own breathing. Well, just whatever your normal breath is. Good job. Thank you for joining me for that. Let's try the next one. So the next one is called 4-7-8 breathing, and Andrew Weil teaches it a lot. He's a health guru, but it's also taught at a lot of different places. There are some wellness places that teach it. I've got a printout here from the Arizona Center for Integrative Medicine that talks about the 4-7-8 breath. And I'll just explain it first. We're not going to start yet. Basically, you breathe in. Some people breathe in for 4 seconds, but then it's kind of hard to hold it for 7 seconds and exhale for 8 seconds. So it's a 4-7-8. But full seconds is kind of advanced for me anyway. But so we'll still do 4-7-8, but I'll count more quickly than a second. Okay. And so how is this helpful? Basically, it's helpful for the reasons we already talked about, but it can be like a natural calmer, a natural tranquilizer in the body, as all these breathing techniques can be, especially if you find one that you really love. So all of these are good to do. If you could do them twice a day, that could really benefit you in your life. So it's cool that you came here to practice and learn these. But any of these techniques that we teach here on these sessions can be helpful to practice at least twice a day. Because with practice, you actually get better, right? I mean, picture playing the violin or, I don't know, shooting hoops. With practice, you'll get better. And without practice, you won't necessarily get better. So practicing can be calming just by practicing it. But then also, when you're upset or you really need to calm, this will be a tool in your toolbox. For the 4-7-8 breath, we're going to breathe in for 4, in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to try to do it and keep counting. But that's going to be hard because I have to breathe too. But I'll be counting for you, okay? And we're going to do a fairly quick pace. Again, we're just going to see if you like this. And if you do, maybe you'll practice it on your own. Over time, maybe you'll even slow it down. Okay, we're going to do a set of 4. Feel free to stop at any time. Okay, ready? I want you to exhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And go back to your normal breath. And observe your body, how you feel. Maybe it was agitating to have me counting so much. This time I think, we're not starting yet, but this time I think I'll just say in and I'll count to 4. I'll say hold, I'll count to 7. And I'll say exhale, and then I'll count to 8. And we'll do 4 of them again. But with the exhale, it's good to do the exhale through the mouth. Some people like to make a whoosh sound like, oh. You could give that a shot if you'd like to, right? So inhale, we're going to be breathing in through the nose. Then we're going to be holding from 7. Exhale from out of the mouth. Ready to restart? We'll do 4 again. Ready? Exhale and inhale. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. And back to your normal breath. Checking in with your body. Eyes can be closed or open. And you're noticing how that felt. I've put some directions to this in the comment section, so directions to each of the things I'm teaching today. You can find other directions online, but I figured I'd put in a link to this. It says for the first month of practice, this is what Andrew Weil teaches, for the first month of practice, do 4 at a time, no more than 4 at a time. So we just did 4 at a time, and then we talked a little bit and then did 4 more. But they don't really want you to do any more than 4 at a time for a while. They want you to just get used to this. And over time, you'll start to see the benefits of it. In particular, if you practice it twice a day or more, you can set time aside to practice it. Or you could practice it each day, like when you get into your car. That's setting time aside, but a time that you'll remember. Maybe when you get up in the morning. Maybe when you get into your car, you do 4 of these breaths. So that's the 4, 7, 8 breathing. Next, I'd like to practice something that's called alternate nostril breathing. And it's a kind of breathing that comes from a specific yoga tradition. So maybe some of you have practiced yoga. Maybe you have practiced this before and didn't even know what it was called. I don't know the yoga name for it, the actual Sanskrit term for it. But it looks kind of interesting. Basically, you use these two fingers. So your first finger and your middle finger, you fold down, and then you use these two fingers on your nose, okay? This way and this way. If that just seems too weird or too difficult, then we're just gonna use the two outer fingers, this way and this way, okay? So the technical way is to put those two fingers down and use these two back and forth. But if that's going to feel a little too complicated and your fingers won't cooperate, then we're just going to do this. So it's kind of interesting. And usually when people teach this, they're like, okay, with the right thumb and the right nostril, do this, and then the other finger and the left nostril. I'm going to skip the right and left. Okay. We're going to start by placing the thumb. I want to be sure we do the in first. We're going to place the thumb on the right nostril and breathe in. Then we're going to take that finger and place it on the other nostril and breathe out and in. We're going to switch our finger out and in. Switch the finger out and in. So basically we keep switching the finger, have an exhale and an inhale. So exhale, inhale. And then back to your normal breath. It's easy to get messed up. I got a little bit messed up because I'm trying to talk and do this. But the idea of the alternate nostril breathing is it can be helpful like the other meditation exercises or the other breath exercises that we've been talking about. But some people believe that it balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain. A lot of people feel that it can be energizing. So a lot of these practices that we do can be relaxing. This one can be relaxing, but it can also be energizing. Some people really talk about it being kind of lifting their energy. So let's try it again, and let's do 6 of them, okay? And so you can do it at your own pace. I'll try not to go too slow because I seem to be a really slow breather, but I'll try not to go too slow. We're going to start with the thumb on the nostril, and we're going to inhale. Switch fingers, exhale and inhale. Switch, exhale, inhale. Switch, out, in. Switch, exhale, inhale. Switch, exhale, inhale. One more. Switch, exhale through the nose. Inhale. So this is alternate nostril breathing. You might notice that your nostrils feel a little bit plugged up. You might notice that one nostril seems clearer than the other. But that's okay. This could be a practice that you kind of like and decide you're going to start to work with. So how about we're going to try it one more time. We're going to place the thumb on the nostril. We're going to inhale, switch, exhale, inhale. Switch, 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 Switch. One more. Okay. What did you think of that? The first time I learned it, I just thought it was so bizarre. I thought it was complicated too. When people explain right and left and right nostril and left nostril, I don't know, a lot of us get confused about right and left. So thank you for your indulgence in trying those new things. What I would like to do now is just get back to our regular breath. Once again, close your eyes. Feel yourself sitting on your chair or couch, wherever you're seated. Feel yourself being supported by your chair. So you're kind of sinking in to your chair and allowing your chair to support you. Feeling your feet on the ground, on the floor. Feeling the floor supporting your feet and your legs. Now I'd like you to bring your awareness to your breath. Don't need to change it at all. Just notice your inhale. Notice your exhale at your own pace. Bringing your mind back to your breath in case your mind wandered off. There may be a place that you like to pay attention to. It could be kind of your whole lung cavity, your chest cavity. Noticing the movement. Could be your shoulders, noticing the movement in your shoulders. And it could be noticing the breath right at the tip of your nose. Hearing or feeling the breath right at the tip of your nose. You are peacefully tuning in to your breath. Keeping your awareness at your breath, I'll take a quiet minute here. And that was a minute. Bringing your awareness back to your body, sitting in your chair, your feet on the floor, or wherever they are. Getting ready to open your eyes, and opening your eyes whenever you're ready. I'd like to thank you for participating today. Encourage you to go back and rewind or pick up a part of this video that you like, or do some research on your own. If there's something I spoke about today, you'll be able to find it on the internet if you choose to do additional research. I look forward to being back here with you next Friday at noon at the Jefferson Educational Society live Facebook feed. Thanks again for being here.